I hate to be the one to say it, but the universe doesn't always punish people when they hurt you. Sometimes it waits. Sometimes it takes 18 months. A lot of quiet nights, and one person who refused to fall apart when everyone expected her to. This isn't my story, but I watched it happen from 3 houses away, and I've never forgotten it. My name is Marcus. I've lived in Dallas, Texas most of my life. The kind of neighborhood where people know each other's cars, each other's routines, each other's business, whether they want to or not. Emily lived 3 houses down from me. Her father, Richard, had built a transportation company from nothing. 1 truck, 30 years. A real man's work. The kind of business that doesn't happen on accident. It happens because someone made sacrifices other people weren't willing to make. Richard got sick. Then he got worse. Then one morning, he was gone. The whole block came out that day. You know how neighborhoods do. People bring food. People sit on porches, people hug and cry and say all the things you're supposed to say when someone's gone too soon. But while the condolences were still being offered, while people were still standing on that front lawn, Emily's phone rang. It was her brother Ryan. Their father hadn't even been buried yet. "You don't work there anymore," Ryan told her. That was it. No explanation, no warning, just, "You're out." I still remember seeing her leave that office. A small box in her hands, eyes red, shoulders down. She didn't make a scene. She didn't argue. She just walked out the door like someone who'd had the ground pulled out from under them and was still trying to figure out which way was up. Most people assumed that was the end of it. They were wrong. Ryan moved fast. Within weeks, the company looked like a completely different place. Different in all the wrong ways. Luxury cars in the lot. Weekend trips, parties that ran past midnight on a Tuesday, the kind of spending that looks like confidence when it's happening, but looks like stupidity when it's done. Money that Richard spent 30 years building started disappearing in real time. Meanwhile, Emily vanished from public view. No social media, no appearances, no updates. People talked the way people do. She gave up. She's struggling. She should have fought back harder. The usual things people say about someone they underestimated before they were proven wrong. But late at night, driving past her apartment, I'd see the lights still on, past midnight, past 1 in the morning. That woman was not sleeping. She was working. She took business management courses. She met with investors. She read everything she could get her hands on about acquisitions, debt restructuring, company valuations. One night she shared something she'd written in her notebook, a short poem she never intended for anyone else to read. The tree that bends survives the storm. The tree that boasts is often torn. The patient heart may suffer pain, yet time returns its loss as gain. I didn't say anything when she read it, but I didn't forget it either. If this story is hitting close to home, if you know what it feels like to be pushed out by someone who should have had your back, share this. There are people in your life who need to hear how this ends, and if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now, because this is exactly the kind of story we come back to. 18 months after Ryan made that phone call, the cracks started showing. Clients were leaving, not quietly, loudly. Contracts canceled, calls unreturned, accounts moved to competitors. Employees who'd been with Richard's company for years started walking out. The billing got messy. The reputation got worse. Then came the personal side of it. Ryan's wife, Jessica, found out about the gambling debts, the lies, the money that had been disappearing not just from the company, but from their life together. The marriage didn't survive it. The divorce took what the spending hadn't already finished off. The house went, the cars went, the whole image he'd built in those first 18 months, gone. For the first time in his adult life, Ryan had no cushion to fall back on. That's when Emily made her move. I was at a coffee shop near the office when I saw her walk through those front doors. Not asking for her job back. Not there to argue or confront or make a scene. She had quietly, methodically, purchased controlling interest in the company. Through investors she'd spent 1.5 years building relationships with, through debt agreements she'd negotiated while Ryan was throwing parties. through the exact kind of discipline and preparation her father had used to build the thing in the first place. The company was hers, completely. Ryan found out the way people find out things they never saw coming, all at once, from someone who doesn't need to raise their voice to make a point. Emily looked at him and said, "Dad built this company with discipline, not ego." There was nothing left to say after that. Ryan left that afternoon carrying a cardboard box. The same way Emily had left 18 months before. Same building, same door, different direction. Today, Emily runs that company, and it's growing. Former employees have come back. Old clients have returned. The reputation Richard built over 30 years is being rebuilt by the daughter he raised. Ryan, people around Dallas still see him around. Temp work here and there. He's fine. He's surviving, but his story ended where hers was just beginning. Here's what I took from all of it. Revenge is loud. It's dramatic. It makes noise and draws a crowd and burns itself out fast. Justice is quiet. It shows up 18 months later in a business suit with signed paperwork and doesn't need to say much. The most powerful response to someone who counts you out isn't anger. It's becoming so undeniably successful that they have to watch from a distance. Emily never yelled, never posted, never asked anyone to feel sorry for her. She just got ready, and then she walked back in.